Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here. So last week we were talking a bit about America, and I'm going to catch up where I left off a bit, which was about Death Valley. So if you're not familiar with the story that I was talking about, you can go back and watch last week's one and then come back and watch this one, guys. Just to give you a refresher memory a little bit. So I was talking about some of the trips I've been to in America, and I just got to the point of Death Valley. So Death Valley, like, it's quite surreal. Like, if you break down, if your car breaks down in Death Valley, you're kind of buggered. you have to basically, like, there's no phone signal in that valley. You're not going to be able to make a phone call. Like, you literally have to hope that somebody comes past to pick you up, or to basically drive to the next town or whatever to basically assist you. Now, luckily for you, I remember this because there's a very interesting story here. There was a sheriff's car that always drove up and down the main road in Death Valley. Basically, I don't know if he did it during the night as well, but I do know that there was a sheriff, because I remember twice we drove past it, and it was the exact same car as well. And I know it was the exact same car because there was a bigger story, which I'm not sure if I want to share or not. But I'm going to take a seat here because I've been walking quite a bit today. So it is absolutely gorgeous, Death Valley. Now, we went in February time, so it was still very, very hot for us, and we could still get and because of my sensitive skin, I could easily get sunburned. I remember we stopped off at a little, I don't know if it was a town, village or whatnot, just to kind of refresh ourselves, stretch our legs and all that kind of stuff. Because when you're in the car for several hours, you know, you really need to get out and stretch yourself, and my dad needed it. And you know, I felt, you know, it just felt surreal to be in such a place like that. And it was like clear blue skies as well. And then from there was the long trip to Las Vegas. I don't have too much memories of other stops that we made. I just remember, the one thing I do remember is that as we were approaching Las Vegas, as we were going into it, we were very fortunate because the sun was setting just as we were getting into Las Vegas. And a funny thing is, before we even got into it, so on the outskirts, my dad stopped at a gas station to refill the vehicle. And in the gas station, I'll never forget this, because he got in the car and he was saying to my mum, he was saying, there's people sitting on slot machines at the gas station. Yeah, because it's Las Vegas, everyone gambles. Like, literally in a gas station, like in the outskirts of the Las Vegas, there's people sitting there on slot machines. It's just like, but it's normal for them in Las Vegas. You know, the gambling is normal for them there. So yeah, just so as we drives onto the main strip into Las Vegas, I kid you not, before he really hits into it, guys, it lights up as we are coming in. It is like fate in that moment. I will never forget that moment, like being in the car with my dad, and as everything in Las Vegas literally lit up at the same time as the sun was setting and the skylight was going and Las Vegas was lighting up. I will never forget that. It was one of the most amazing things I'd ever seen, and was a sight to behold. If only I had recorded it, if only I had a camera, but was pretty darn fascinating to say the least. But I think we only stayed maybe 2 nights. I think it was just 1 or 2 nights in Las Vegas, because it's super expensive staying in Las Vegas. My dad did not. I think my dad only did one bit of gambling, once, because my mum didn't want him gambling for obvious reasons. There were lots of things we did. I remember I'll never forget one time we were walking around Las Vegas in the evening, I think, and on every corner there's someone handing out leaflets or something. And I remember my mum got bombarded with tons and tons of leaflets, and she took them all, and she just was like, just taking them all with her hands, and then she just chucked them all away. Oh dear. And I remember we all watched the fountain outside the Bellagio. You know where they, with the Bellagio Hotel, where they did Ocean 11. So that's one of the famous films there. One of the most stunning, beautiful hotels on the outside. And the fountains they have there, they do like a sequence of colours and songs and that. And I think I've even got a video of it somewhere in my family. So I need to dig it up maybe. But seeing all the, I think we even went into some kind of zoo or place, and I remember seeing, I don't think it was a zoo, but I remember where one place we went into, and they had, I kid you not, a white tiger behind the glass screen, and I'd never seen a white tiger before. I was like in awe of it. Obviously, whether it would not have been treated well or not, I honestly don't know. But I couldn't gamble, obviously, because I was very young. I think we went to one show in Las Vegas as well. I can't remember what it was, but Las Vegas was an interesting experience, shall we say. And then the trip back to my uncle's was a very long trip. A few stops along the way there. One of the other times in America was when we went to San Francisco, San Diego. I'll never forget that beach. I think it was in San Diego. There's this absolutely stunning, gorgeous beach. I'm pretty sure it's in San Diego, where it is just sandy beach for a long stretch. I've got this photo of me. I've got this really nice photo of me and the backdrop of along the beach, and it's one of the nicest beaches I've ever been to. San Francisco wasn't interesting. I don't have much memory of it. Maybe it's because I was quite younger, but sadly, the Golden Gate Bridge, the one time I went when we went to do the Golden Gate Bridge, it was foggy. I've had little to no memory of the Golden Gate Bridge. Well, obviously crossed it and that, but it was foggy the day we crossed it. Yeah. Bad timing, I know. So, but San Francisco is one I need to go back on my bucket list, guys, to be fair. I've had throughout, you know, and the food portions in comparison to Britain is different. But I tell you what, though, people are just like, wherever we've went, like, people are really, really nice. Oh, that's also right. We were near, I forgot about last story, guys. We were near Area 51. So on the trip from Death Valley to Las Vegas, we stopped at one other place, this shop or whatever, that allegedly was not far from Area 51. And I remember they had all this alien stuff and that, and there were these two weird Americans who were in the shop, and it was a bit weird, but we were just stopping to stretch our legs and whatnot. I don't remember if we bought anything, but there were they had the shop, lots of all the green alien and all that, and there was one guy sitting out on the front, and I don't know, I can't remember much conversation, if it was me or my dad or my brother or whatever, and they were talking about like how far Area 51 is and about the aliens and all that. And it was pretty interesting, to say the least, shall we say. But I thought that was pretty cool that we weren't far away from allegedly Area 51. Obviously didn't go out of our way to see it for obvious reasons, but I thought that was an interesting experience as well. So I intend to go back to America at some point in my life, because there's still many places I want to go to. I would love to go to a wrestling show in America as well. That would definitely be something on my bucket list I would like to do as well. But obviously that's only California. Plans to want to go to Texas at some point, me and my missus as well. New York is definitely somewhere I'd love to go to. There's lots of amazing places that I want to go to. Oh, we also been to the border, near the Mexican border as well. One or two towns and cities down there as well we've been to. We've been not across the border, but we're near the border of Mexico, the US-Mexico border as well, one of our trips. But so the problem is that I didn't take enough photos. I do have photos, but I didn't take enough of them, shall we say. That's that time. But Yeah, I would say, like, given, like, I will say this, guys, like, whatever you hear about news and politics wise about America, if you have the opportunity to go to America, if you can go there, because, you know, if you take the news and politics away and just go there, you know, you could have a great time there. You could have a great time there wherever you go. So obviously I'm looking forward to seeing different parts of America. But what do you guys think? What have you guys been? Have you, any of you watching this, have been to America, or some of you have lived in America? Tell me some of your stories. Share me some of your times in America. What do you make of America itself? Where would you recommend that I should go and visit in America if I had the opportunity to go to? You know, I've spoken about a few places I wanted to go to. Name me some other places you go to. Share me some of your thoughts about the United States of America. Hope you found some of my stories fascinating, interesting, to say the least. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, share across social media, bell notification, the usual stuff, guys. And I hope to catch you all very, very soon.